Hi there everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TF2 Talk with Gamerman H. I've talked before about my ideas for one of my mains, the NG, and his mortal enemy, the Spy, but I have left my poor main, the Medic, in the storage closet to rot. I figured I should probably fix that, and quickly. So, without further ado, let's get started with my 3 metagun ideas. First up, we have the Communal Tribunal. Oh boy, we're starting this one off with the most interesting idea, in my opinion. This one started off as my first idea and inspired the video. I'll explain the name more after I explain what exactly this thing does. It will allow the healing of up to 5 targets at once. That would be 1 main target, the person you're aiming at, yourself, that's right, the medic actually gets to heal themselves with this one, and 3 other people within an AoE of the person you're healing, not the medic themselves. This, however, would not be an instant effect. Instead, you charge up to the 3 people healing power, starting at only the ability to heal another person, then yourself, then 1 at a time, up to the 3 extras. How do you do that? Uber charge, of course. This metagun takes the idea of overcharge in a different direction than any other. Instead of using the extra power to create invulnerability, resistance against specific damage types, critical hits for your heal target, or just super fast healing, it focuses that energy to allow the healing of multiple people. Also, unlike its brethren, it doesn't store up Uber and then let it go in glorious bursts. Instead, it simply builds it up to a point and then uses that power constantly without the need for sudden bursts. This, however, is a big weakness for this metagun. Without the ability to suddenly pop an Uber and turn the tide of a skirmish, or, indeed, the entire battle, the medic will be unlikely to save themselves or their group in the case of a sudden emergency. Rather, a medic would be required to keep themselves quite aware of the battle, keeping as many people as possible overhealed, just in case of something going completely balls up. This also means that a medic on their own cannot simply pop a stored Uber to quickly save themselves when they get cornered by more burly and mean-looking classes. That means that a medic without any friends around is going to be a very easy target when they're using this. That isn't the only downside, however. If the medic can't keep his medicinal juices pumping through any teammates, the Communal Tribunal will be totally unable to sustain its charge and will deplete over time, forcing the medic to have to build it back up to make it worthwhile once more. Getting specific about stats for a moment, the numbers would play out as follows. 50% Uber charge build speed. Each extra heal target costs 1 full Uber meter. Uber drains at half the speed of a popped Uber when not healing. As we can see, this metagun trades in what is arguably the strongest point of a medic, his Uber charge, and replaces it with a tool that might be more helpful in certain situations. Mass healing. Sure, the quick fix is pretty good for this, but the Communal Tribunal would allow for simultaneous healing of groups without the overheal penalty the quick fix suffers from. This secondary would definitely require a team to be communicating, at least a little bit, as to keep the pushing or defending party that the medic is having the orgy with together and alive. Do keep in mind that while the full meter sounds like a large requirement, as you heal more and more people, each of those individual people goes towards your Uber charge. All in all, with the removal of the Uber charge and the depletion of heal targets making you need to rebuild your charge, I think this could be a pretty balanced and very interesting tool in the medicine man's arsenal. Then again, I bet I'll see some people arguing with that down in the comments. Oh, and the name. Communal because it's a group, and tribunal because the definition, a tribunal, generally, is any person or institution with the authority to judge, educate on, or determine claims or disputes. And that's just what the medic is, a person with the authority to judge disputes. Disputes of the enemy's bullets with your team's faces. See? Simple. Enough of that though, let's get on with the next one. The Berlin Wall. This is going to sound familiar to the 5 of you that watched my very early TF2 Talk episode, a quick fix for the vaccinator. This metagun would bring the wall feature from man vs. machine out into the other modes of gameplay. It would work as the level 2 version of the upgrade does, allowing large area of a wall that semi-surrounds the medic and any one of his teammates that are already nearby. The shield would block all incoming projectiles that come into contact with it, but not protect against melee, flames, and the splash damage of explosives. Stat rundown, 25% slower Uber buildup, 15% faster overheal. Uber can work without a direct heal target. This metagun would be more focused on teamwork than others. Sure, the others require some communication between medic and heal target, and they do benefit quite a lot from more people also working together, but this one's Uber would be almost useless without a team working together for, say, a large push rush or a last-ditch effort to defend a point from projectiles. The major advantage to this Uber is that a single medic could much more easily spread their Uber charge throughout the team, allowing them to support more than 1 or 2 people at a time. Instead of flashing people repeatedly to keep them invulnerable, they would simply put up a wall and hope for the best. Of course, the wall really only helps you avoid damage from guns, for sure. Explosives like rockets, pills, or stickies that don't touch the wall because it fizzles even stickies could still hit walls nearby and splash damage you, and pyros and melee weapons would destroy you and your heal targets. In this way, the wall would not be overpowered, as through some coordination the enemy could still do some major damage to your team. However, they'd still need to get very close or lucky, meaning your team isn't dead before the use is made of the wall. Plus, teamwork isn't always easy to pull off, even in the new casual game mode, so that counts as a negative for it. The slower Uber build time means you're going to value the charge itself more, meaning you're likely to get your team to work together, and that you can't build it up super fast again to have rapid shields in a row and stomp your enemies. The 15% bonus overheal speed is there to promote the medic keeping people behind the wall overhealed, as they can quickly get the team healed, and then when the wall falls, everyone behind is ready to survive whatever they're about to see. That last stat just means it's more useful without a heal target, unlike the crits. So there's two ideas with some unique-ish ideas. Let's go to our last one. This one just focuses on something a little different for a metagun. Last, but probably still least, we have the Homeopath. The mixture of homeopathic medicine and psychopath that is the medic. This one would have stats as follows. Minus 10% overcharge build rate, stores 3 charges, each charge lasts 3 seconds and gives mini crits for teammates in a small area of effect, much like the buff banner, and has a minus 25% healing rate. I'm going to go quickly over this one as I think it's not well balanced and you all in the comments will be busy fixing it for me, but here goes. The slower healing and Uber build rate are here to keep the fact that mini crits in an AoE are rather powerful. This means that the medic will have to stay super vigilant in keeping people healed, as he will be spending more time keeping people alive with that slower heal. The 3 charges also mean that you'll be waiting longer than the vaccinator for your mini crits and can store only 3, not 4. This would likely be used in pushes that do not involve sentry guns, such as getting out of the gate in a capture point map like Gorge. Other than that, I can't really think of too much for this. It's pretty straightforward. So with these ideas all spread across the screen and into your brain now, I hope you all get to thinking about your own ideas for metaguns. And if you do, go ahead and drop those ideas into the comment section below. The more comments and views we get here, the more likely the TF2 team is to listen to us. Well, a man can dream, can't he? Anywho, let me direct your attention to the upper right-hand corner of the screen, and those will lead you to adventure! And by adventure, I mean you'll be able to click on my Engineer PDA video, my Spy Sapper video, the Fan-Made PDA video, and the entire playlist for TF2 Talk. That should keep you entertained for the rest of the day, really. And if you agree, why not heal that subscribe button on screen or down below with your healing Medi click? Wow, that was stupid. Oh well, leave it in. And my stupid blathering has given you plenty of time to click on something now, so thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.